That's not what I'm meant to be looking at. Oh my god, I've been faffing. Right, okay, I've got it all wrong tonight, people. Let me turn that off. I've got it all wrong tonight. I've not even uploaded the bloody images. I've been faffing with the camera. But tonight we are back with, let me get myself into this lobby. Hello? Right, so tonight, yeah, I've forgotten to upload the bloody images, even though I stressed them out to send me them tonight. We've got a new league starting in 2025. We've got the Toyota GR Multiclass race. So this is Pro and Pro-Ams. The Pros running in the GR1s and the Pro-Ams running the GR3 Toyotas. The GR86s specifically. And looks like we're just about to get qualifying underway. So yeah, completely bodged up tonight. I've been faffing with that thing over there, or that thing over there, should I point out. And instead of faffing with that, I should have faffed with this, and I've not uploaded my images. So it's got 10-minute qualifying, which is just kicking off. Please tell me if you can hear the sound coming through, because I couldn't hear any of my intros. I'm not sure if plugging the camera in has just decided to absolutely send it on an absolute mission. So yeah, if you can hear the sound, please let me know. If you can't hear the sound, let me know. I'm going to put it in the chat as well. So hopefully someone gets back to me. Just a yes in the chat would be lovely. Thank you, people. So while qualifying our laps are just on the way, let's have a look who we've got in the lobby. We've got Manny, we've got Ice Chand. You'll see the cars differing on the right hand side, so the GR1s versus the GR3s. We've got Pilgrim in a GR1, Mocking Weeks in a GR1, Dylan in a GR1, Ricky J in a GR3. We've got Apache in a GR1. Skippy in a GR1. We've got Pugwash in a GR3, Tyre Slayer in a GR3, Obi in a GR3, Dazzler in a GR3. Sorry, Obi in a GR1. Campo GR3. We've got Manny. I think we've already seen him. GR1 and Ice Chand GR3. What's Footer doing? He's not in qualifying by the looks of it. He's missed that. Right, okay, so that's who we've got in tonight. They are in teams of Pros and Pro-Ams, so there'll be... No, I don't want to quit. What are you doing? Right, perfect time to get on board for a bit of a lap then. So it's a 10-minute qualifier followed by a 15-minute race. No chicane, straight on past the chicane down towards Parabolica. Let's just see what's going on. Why isn't everything working? Yes, kind of working. Into Lesmo 2, tricky pair of corners those. Bit of a straight towards this next chicane, under the bridge, full tilt down here then. These are the GR1s, Team Twomps then. Got an idiot on board on that one. Quite sure, I think I'm sure that is on the rear spoiler. That's my logo on the rear spoiler, yes it is, P1 logo, good lads. Curva Grande then. Sorry, this is parallel video. What's Curva Grande? Get it right. So yes, whoever's watching, if you're in the chat, let me know. Is it coming through? Can you hear me okay? I can hear the game. I don't know whether I'm coming through. I can see my microphone popping up and down, but I don't know whether you lot can hear it. My intro music. smooth or anything like that, so who knows? So there are the GR1s then. Obviously they'll be putting in very quick times compared to the GR3s. Hot laps just coming in then. Larkin currently leading. Here come the GR3s then. Still the Toyota, but obviously the slower GR3 versions. Less aero, less grip. Still sound pretty meaty though, the GR3s. Be a bit of a tricky circuit here, Monza. These chicanes will catch you out. Already showing awful amounts of tyre wear. What are we on? Lap 3? Racing softs are absolutely blowing out here. What are they like on the GR1s? Let's just go forward a little bit. Yeah, fair bit of wear on those as well after 3 laps. These have got the little electric boost power as well. The hybrids. Dylan just recharging his before he hits this final corner. That to his advantage on this next lap. Still need somebody in the chat or somebody to tell me whether you can hear me coming through or not. Hold on. Advantage on this next lap. Yes, but why is everything coming out of the wrong speakers? Everything's coming out of the wrong bloody speakers. I don't know. Anyway. Penalty reward for Dylan then. That's not what he wanted, but that just setting himself up for that fast lap by gaining all his charge around that previous lap, that previous turn for this lap. Right, he's ended up with a 1 second penalty. Let's have a look at current order then. It is Mocking Weeks on pole at the minute in the GR1 as expected. 126.8. Pilgrim in second. Just over the halfway point in this qualifying session. He is also charging up that battery. Look, taking his time up there. 27.6 on the clock for him. Second place. Skippy. So 127.9 at the minute for third. Decides he's going to put in for a set of tyres. Full speed into the wall for him. Apache in fourth, 127.9. Manny. Here's the GR1, just stuck behind a GR3 at the minute. Mikey past his livery going on. Interesting. Campo, your teammate. Just wondered why you might have been nudging him down the road a little bit. So we have been told to do liveries. Get ourselves in a position and we'll go and have a look then. So Mocking Weeks. We've seen his Team Twonks. Idiot on board. Wrecking Ball Racing smashed down the side as well. That's his teammate, Wrecking Ball Racing. Pilgrim. He's got, let me get a decent picture of that. He's got a picture on the rear tail there, then of what he'd like to look like. Unfortunately, it's not to be. The Red Bull designs then for Pilgrim. Skippy. Wonder from down under. Smashed headlight. All sorts of weird and wonderful things going on there. Who's that man on the rear spoiler there? Not the blue name at the top, we obviously know who that is. He's awesome. Sweaty Betty coming in the pits then. P1 Apache. You can see the rest of his livery. There is the Pikey Pasties. English on one side, Irish on the other. Messing about. Bit of a 4 in 1 for Dylan. No points for you, Dylan. Bullet holes already for Ice Chand. So just standard matte green and yellow again. I do like that setup. Good wash, it's got a full on LSD trip out on the stripes. Blood red death car for Captain Pugwash. So that's there on the windscreen. Sith Happens. I think that's the team name, isn't it? There's Campo, the other Pikey Pasties livery. There is Ricky J in the Twomps. Jay, why are you in the wrong car? Why are you in a totally different car to everybody else, Ricky Jay? Is that legal? I don't know. I don't know if that's legit. So, 30 seconds until qualifying ends then. Mocky Weeks is going to stick himself another lap in. Skippy's going to get another one in as well. He's also just promoted himself to second position on 27.6. Pushes Pilgrim down a spot on the grid. Actually holding 4th. Obi-Wan in 5th. In 6th. Dylan currently at the back of the GR1 at the moment. Leading the way in the GR3s. So that he's got one. It's not telling me 12 seconds slower than that. So it's going to be a 1:38. Nearly a 1:39 then for Ice Chand. It's 1:39.4. Second place then for the GR3s for Dazzler. Third place for Tyre Slayer in the GR3s. Captain Pugwash 4th currently. 5th, Ricky J 6th. We are a couple of drivers missing. Again, Ricky J, someone explain to me why he's in completely the wrong car. With a penalty, so we are over that 10 minutes now then. It is still this man on pole position. Second quicker than anybody else. Pilgrim regains his second position though on that final lap. Takes it back off of Skippy, so into second place for him. Skippy takes third position. Manny comes home in 4th, actually 5th. Obi-Wan in 6th. Dylan still out on track, but he's got half a second penalty. Stays 7th. It's not like a Dylan. Ice Chand then leads the way for the GR3s. We're not going to get to see that. The rest of them. We'll have a look just here. So still nobody in the chat letting me know whether they can hear me or not. Good, thanks. Appreciate it. If you could rewind. Oh, excuse me. If you could rewind to the start of the video and just see whether the intros come through and stuff. I don't know. So there is race order for race 1 then. Mocking Weeks, followed by Pilgrim, Skippy, Manny, Apache, Obi-Wan and Dylan in the GR1s. And then Ice Chand gets pole in the GR3s. And in 8th place, Tyre Slayer 2nd, Dazzler in 3rd, Captain Pugwash 4th, Campo 5th and Ricky J in 6th. Again, there's a couple of drivers missing from this league race 1. So we should get your words out. Should be able to see a couple of extra drivers on track next week. Not starting the race just yet. So, if you haven't noticed, got the man himself just there, Stewie Mac. There he is, just there, keeping an eye on everything. Keeping that thing safe. Keeping that thing safe. So, a 50-minute race coming up then. Yeah, a few people picking up penalties by the looks of it in that in the GR1s especially. Dylan's saying he's getting good times around there, but he's picking up penalties, which is absolutely wrecking his race. So who knows? So a few minutes, maybe a minute or two until race start. They might give them a little bit longer because it's quite a long race. Just allow drivers to get a drink, go for a wee, that sort of stuff before the race finally kicks off. But Mock and Wheat saying have a good race, good luck, so might be going any second. Pilgrim saying 1 minute. Give them a chance, Pilgs. So while we're on a bit of a break, I've got another league starting tomorrow, 8:30. I'm still not 100% sure. It's Mercedes C63 league over there with the DK10 sim racing boys. So that's tomorrow night. Again, not too sure if it's 8 or half 8. You'll have to just keep your ears to the ground for that one. And then we should start the second of the P1 leagues on Thursday. Had to delay it last week due to several people having all sorts of issues and getting rushed up to hospital in all different scenarios, but that's what it was. So we delayed, and we're going to kick that one off this Thursday. So here we go then, the first of the Multiclass League GR3s and GR1s on track. Pros and Pro-Ams to go around here at Monza. Lights go on then. Race 1 of the new league is underway. GR1's getting away well. Obviously that electric power off the start, hauling them down the circuit. No chicane to negotiate. Straight down this big, long straight towards Curva Grande. Weeks getting a good start. GR1's all bunching up behind him. Now they're all looking for a way through. Weeks just going defensive onto this first chicane. Oh, there's a couple of bumps. Who's that that's just gone absolutely bonkers? Mocking Weeks gets turned that corner wrong. Not sure if that's due to the driver, him, Obi-Wan, getting that chicane all wrong and getting reset to track. And jump back to the GR3s then. Nice chap. James retains, his lead. Being hunted by Dazzler at the minute. Time Slayer still right behind him. Wash as well, keeping himself in the mix. A little bit of a gap back to Campo and Ricky J already, but again, Ricky J, someone just let me know why he's in completely the wrong car at random. That's the way it is. So Skippy then, with that little mistake from Mockin. Again, I'm not too sure if that was due to Obi-Wan coming through there far too hot. Loses that second place to Skippy. Right behind him though, into Parabolica. Trying to keep himself on the back end, still within slipstream range at the minute is Pilgrim. Manny unfortunately just falls out of that slipstream range, as does Obi. Patchy just picking up a bit of a toe off of Obi-Wan down this start finish straight, end of lap 1 then. And it's all change in the GR3s. Dazzler now takes the lead in the Pro-Am class. Tyre Slayer second, Ice Chan drops to third. Campo now behind him in fourth. Ricky J in 12th or 5th. Wash made a mess of it. He's down in 13th and a long way down. 16 seconds back at the moment. Need to just gain volume. Barely able to hear the commentary. Okay, thank you, thank you. How is that? Any better? It's still as loud in my bloody ear rolls, to be honest, but I think I've turned down the gain. You should be able to hear me pretty clearly now. But let me know, thank you. Skippy still leads there. Mocking Week still trying to close that gap up. Dylan has lost a bit of time. He's not been able to keep himself tucked into that rear wing of Mocking. Pilgrim still in with a chance here. He's fallen back by a 10th, but still within that tow range. Still a big gap back to Manny. He's well out of that tow range at the minute. 1.7 seconds, as is Obi-Wan. Apache also falls out of that tow range now. Then and Tyre Slayer, first and second of the GR3s. Oh, Tyre Slayer getting that one a little bit wrong. Far too wide through there. He loses the chase with Dazzler. He's starting to come under a bit more threat from Ice Chan. Ice Chan will be able to carry the speed around that corner. Obviously, Tyre Slayer's had to take slightly, like north of Ireland. Tyre Slayer had to take slightly different line through there, which meant he had to slow down on the AstroTurf. Ice Chan able to get that line rate, keeps the pressure on all the way down that straight and looking to run around the outside here. Carrying the speed round as well. The inside line now to the chicane. He allows Tyre Slayer to get the brakes on, but there you go, the mistake sets in. Tyre Slayer gets away with that one. Has he picked up himself a penalty? Gets away without a penalty as well. What a blag. He must have let off all pedal steering and everything and just let the car float across there. Ice Chan then back into second for the GR3s. Tyre Slayer third. Campo fourth. Ricky J in fifth in his completely wrong car, and Captain Pugwash slowly closing that gap back up on Ricky J. Back to the fast boys then. Gap starting to come back down. Skippy still leads, but Mocky Weeks now 0.3 behind him. Dylan as well, just keeping himself in that tow range, 0.7 seconds back. Pilgrim now falls out of that tow range, unfortunately. You might see these boys slowly creep backwards, depending on how good their braking is into these particular corners. Oh, we've got it all wrong through there. Skippy's got that corner wrong. Taking some of the bollards with him. That allows Mockin Weeks just to get himself back through to the lead of the race. Oh, it's a little bit of contact between Skippy and Mockin. Oh, it's getting a bit pushy. Both Skippy and Mockin Weeks having a bit of trouble through there. That allows Dylan to make his way through. He's not quite first, but he's near as damn it, coming up to this next chicane. Oh, he's just managed to defend Skippy, so he holds that first, then Dylan second. Mockin Weeks, even with a bit of a disastrous couple of corners, stays in third. Brings Pilgrim right back into this fight then. Top four, pretty much neck and neck. We've got Manny, who's managed to close that gap down a little bit as well. Still not quite in the tow range. Obi-Wan still out of that tow range. Back to the GR3s then. Dazzler pulls a bit of a gap. Ice Chan also now with a gap behind him, 3.8 seconds, but he's a long way behind Dazzler, 2.4 back from that lead GR3 car. Campo in fourth, again big gaps in this GR3 pack. 8 seconds behind Campo is Ricky J. 5.5 seconds back is Tyre Slayer, who's had another mistake. And then Captain Pugwash another 1.2 seconds behind him. Tyre Slayer having a couple of mistakes then. Skippy risking it through there, carries a lot of speed round onto the AstroTurf. He's so careful on that stuff. Luckily it's very dry today. Get to drop those likes, people. Subscribe if you haven't. Can Skippy hold on to this now? Dylan behind him. Dylan, one of the fastest boys in the P1 stables. Mockin Weeks keeping it right there with him. Oh, again, Mockin Weeks just getting the toe around that little chicane was enough to drag him a bit too fast out of there. Put it on the curbing on the outside, which just slowed him down. Still just getting a toe into Parabolica. Pilgrim in fourth and outside of that tow range. Actually fifth, still not able to close that gap back up, nor has Manny or Obi-Wan. So even with the electric power, once you fall out of the slipstream of the driver in front, very, very difficult to get back. Let's just have a look what tyres we've got on for everyone. I can imagine the majority have gone for mediums. So mediums on for front runner Skippy, Dylan, mediums on for Mockin, Pilgrim on the mediums on for Apache, mediums on for Manny, and mediums on for Obi. So all 7 of the GR1s got the medium tyres on. Obviously longevity, they still want a little bit of grip, hence the mediums. Soft tyres on board for GR3 then of Dazzler. Mediums on for Campo, mediums on for Ice Chan. He's made another mistake. Campo's got past him. Ricky J's on the mediums, Tyre Slayer on the mediums, having a little bit of a battle with Captain Pugwash into this final turn. He's on the soft stove. Pugwash goes with a little bit of a scoop up the inside, but his tyres have just let him down. Won't be able to get the run on Tyre Slayer down this straight though. Wave again, no chicane. Oh, no chicane to contend with, so it's full tilt down here then. Inside line. Yeah, Tyre Slayer backs off. Look at the speed that Captain Pugwash is carrying down here versus Ricky J. Yeah, not too sure what Ricky J is doing in terms of car, but it's not the car that everyone else has got on track. Maybe he just hasn't got this one. I don't know. So the GR3 is starting to catch back up. Oh, Mocking Week's just getting himself into the lead through the chicane there, but makes a mistake on the exit, allows Dylan to hold on to it. He's got to be careful, he doesn't lose too much speed as well with that mistake. Himself in touch with Dylan, Skippy as well. Oh, Skippy's gone wide. Oh, he's backwards, he's into the wall. That's front end damage. He's absolutely smashed the whole front end of that car. He's got to get it back up to speed as well. Obi-Wan scoots his way past. Can Manny get himself past as well to the Scary straight as well. This is not where you want to get it wrong. Running a little bit slower. Manny gets himself up behind Skippy. A bit of a straight down towards Parabolica as well. He's still holding damage. Just repairs itself there, Skippy. On board with Manny then, looking to get that overtake, but a little too late on this straight. Damage now repaired himself on Skippy's car, so he can get himself back up to full race pace. See back up the front then. So Dylan managed to hold on to that lead. They're just coming up to the rear end of the GR3s. Weeks holding that second position. Pilgrim then found himself with a 1 second penalty. He's going to lose that coming onto that back straight. Dylan doing a great move there, just getting himself past Tyre Slayer before that corner. Weeks now got to make a little bit of a move himself between just before Lesmo 1. Weeks finds himself with half a second penalty as well now. GR3s just have to get out of the way really, there's nothing they can do. Obviously they're nowhere near as competitive as the GR1s. But, you know, it's not about just getting out of the way for the GR1 drivers. They've got to make it a safe pass. Weeks loses that penalty down there. Allows Ice Chan to have a little look back at him down towards Parabolica, but outbreaks Ice Chan into that one. Look at the gap that Dylan's developed now as well. Weather looks like it might be turning. Looking a bit grey. Could end up with some moist tyres going on here. So Dylan then leads 3.1 seconds over Mockin. See the cones and barriers been knocked over there. A few drivers getting the chicane wrong through there. Very tight, coming in there really quick as well. Mockin Weeks picks up another half a second penalty. GR3 to get past as well. Apache will close up on him. Pilgrim now behind as well, also with that 1 second penalty. So let's have a look here then, drivers. Oh sorry, I'm in the wrong pack. Completely the wrong pack. These drivers just about to lose their penalty. Mocking Weeks, will he hold on to that second? No, he won't. Apache fires his way through then into second, Rocket Week's third. Pilgrim just gets himself back up to speed as well after losing his penalty. So just running himself off track a little bit, all four wheels without letting off the gas, or just going for that straight line across the corners will easily pick you up a penalty. Still a little bit of blue sky out, we might be okay here. Up to the 14-minute mark of race one, or round one. It is Dylan that leads, big margin now, 4 seconds. Big curves through there for GR wants to manage. Apache into second place then. Rocky Weeks trying to close that gap back up. Just under a second at the minute. Have to press it. Then falls a little bit further back himself after losing his penalty, now at 4 seconds behind Mockin. Ruby one now 2.9, may as well be 3 seconds behind him. There is Manny and Skippy, the last of the GR4s, the GR1s. Almost neck and neck, Manny and Skippy. And leading the GR3s, Campo then. His medium tyre, Ice Chant also on his medium tyre, sliding that thing around a little bit. 6.7 seconds behind Campo. Slayer on his mediums, another 6.8 back in 10th. Dazzler in 11th, another 6.7 back. Oh, fresh set of mediums, he's just come in the pits actually. Fresh set of mediums on board for Dazzler. Mickey J in 12th. Tyre's not looking too bad on his car. Captain Bugloss just been in for a fresh set of mediums as well. Back up front, Dylan still leads. That time dropped a little bit, 3.7 seconds. Tyre probably playing its part now anyway. Apache lost any advantage he did have. Mocking Weeks now 0.3 of a second behind him. If you notice down the sides of these GR1s, let's have a good look. Just underneath that mirror, there's a little set of lights there. It's telling them how much charge they've got in that car. Not that they can see that, but their pit crews. Not that the pit crews care either, because as you can see, full 3 red marks on there for Mockin, because he's completely out of battery. Apache's got 2 little lights on because he has got a tiny little blimp left, almost. It says he's empty, but he must have like half a blimp of a second. Right, let's have a look. Can Mockin Weeks using the slipstream? No more electrical energy to use. It's all about full brute force down here then. The inside line should be able to carry the speed. Have a go into the chicane a little bit too far back to dive up the inside without getting it wrong for himself. He does get himself back into second, and that gap coming down still between himself and first place. Down to 2.7 seconds. Tyre wear just as bad on both cars. Maybe a little mistake here and there from Dylan. Weeks is slowly bringing that time down. GR1's not been in the pits yet. A couple of the GR3 drivers have been in, got rid of these soft tyres. Still a fresh set of mediums on. Actually still not out of this yet either. Still getting the toe down here. There is 4th place Pilgrim just railing around that corner. Way off the slipstream at the minute for the top 3, 6 seconds back. Maybe another 3.5 seconds behind him. There is a Skippy. Well out of the danger zone of Manny now. Interesting to know when these boys are coming to pits. All of them sat on the medium tyre. All about half worn. Campo leading the GR3s then. Nice Chand in second, still a long way down at the moment, 5.4 seconds. Tyre Slayer third in the GR3s. Fourth in the GR3s for Dazzler. Fifth in the GR3s in completely the wrong car for Ricky J. Captain Bugwash coming under threat from the GR1s then at the back of the field, 13th at the moment for him. More time lost then for Dylan, gap from 2.7 down to 2.4. Weeks is finding something somewhere. Loses just a little bit of time as he gets past Captain Bugwash. 19 minutes into this first round of the season then. Just keeping it cool at the minute. Tyre wear. The gap 2.2, so Mockin still bringing it down a little bit. Very similar tyre wear between the two of them. I do actually think Dylan's got a slightly bit more tyre wear than Mockin. Actually just falls out of that slipstream range from Mockin Weeks as well. Really falling now then. Mockin brings it down to 1.8 seconds, not even at the first pit stop at this point. Sweaty Betty in third place for Apache. Big gap back to Pilgrim now then, 5.9 seconds. Obi, fifth place, not stopped yet. Still out on those beat up tyres. Manny is in the pits then, getting rid of his first worn out set. Fresh set of mediums going on for him. Just taking on board fuel as well. Might as well go for a full tank. Another set of mediums on board then for Manny. Nice Chand, still not stopped yet. The GR4. Tyre Slayer. Starting to run out of fuel though. Dazzler has stopped, he's on a fresh-ish set of mediums. Ricky J not stopped yet either. Pikey passed his teammate Campo in the pits now himself. Filling with the fuel, fresh set of mediums on board for him as well. Captain Bugwash, a couple of laps in on his freshest mediums. Nick Vickery, are you supposed to be this man's teammate, are you? He's doing alright at the minute, he's managed to get himself up front, but he is coming under a bit of pressure from Mockin Weeks. Dylan just, I tell you, he's a sneaky boy. He's been throwing himself in front of the GR3s and the GR4s, right at the trickiest corners, leaving Mockin Weeks having to fend his way around them on the exit of those corners. Gap's still down to 1.8 though, it's not a lot between them to be honest. Looking back from race leader Dylan then, there is Mockin Weeks right behind him now, 1.3 seconds. So a little bit of electric power through there. Mockin Weeks keeps himself in touch. The gap's still at 1.4 seconds. Down slightly as Mockin Weeks got a tiny little bit of that electric power left. Not getting the slipstream at this point. That time is still coming down. Let's go for the regen braking into the corners then, Dylan. Might just be what's allowing Mockin Weeks to close those gaps. Using the electric power on the exits of those turns. But there he is on board with Mockin Weeks. That's the gap then to Dylan in front. It's almost within tow range at the minute. Cheers, Nick. See, again, he's just managed to get himself in front of Dazzler on this chicane, leaving Mocking Weeks have to faff around behind him until he can get on the exit. That just gives Dylan those little tenths of breathing room. Seems to have been pulling that out lap after lap at the minute. Mocking Weeks doing everything he can to try and bring that time back down as well. Again, Dylan just seems to find drivers into chicanes, which just seems to screw up Mocking Weeks' attack. Actually not too far off that fight either, 2.1 seconds. Rim a fair way down at the minute. Obi in the pits then. Sticking a fresh set of boots on. Skippy still not stopped in 6th. And there is Manny, fresh set of mediums on board for him. See where he turns up, currently a long way off the rest of the GR1s, over a minute back. But once they've all stuck a set of tyres on, it will bring him back closer to them. Dazzler then leading the GR3s at the moment. Sorry, GR4s. Are they GR3s or GR4s? I think they're 4s. Not enough aero for a 3. Pilgrim is his teammate Dazzler, as he just gave his teammate a little nudge down the road. Nothing wrong with that. Gets himself through though. Jay, completely the wrong car, in 9th. There's Campo in 10th, fresh set of mediums on board for him. Ice Chand now with a fresh set of mediums on, but there he goes with a full 1 second penalty. Tyre Slayer, fresh set of boots on for him as well, and Captain Pudros almost halfway through his new set of mediums. Okay, Dylan stays out. Mocking Weeks and Apache and Pilgrim have all jumped in the pits this lap. Have a look at the pit crews action here. Taking a fair old time to get our fuel in. Pilgrim just getting his fuel in now. Would anyone short fuel? Would anyone dive out with half a tank? Looks like they're all going for an absolutely full brimming tank here then before they head out again. Back out on track then, a long way down obviously from Dylan. Dylan yet to stop though. Patching back out as well. Falls a little bit further behind Mockin. He comes through, he retakes 4th position. Pilgrim back out of the pits into 5th. Skippy still taking on more fuel. Manny already out, right behind current race leader Dylan. And we will see Dylan come in the pits this lap. Yes, we will. So where does that put Mocking Weeks? He's a long way behind at the minute. 46 seconds back. Down to the chicane then. Fast through there, as quick as you can, Mocking. Be careful, don't want to run too wide, pick up a penalty. Dylan half full of fuel. Mocking Weeks into this final turn. Still taking on board fuel for Dylan. Dylan released. Mocking Weeks won't get the run and then down towards Curva Grande. Still be a long way back. He will be carrying a lot more speed though, obviously. See that time coming down. What's the gap going to be by the time they're back up to speed? Won't really know until they've got out of this next chicane, after they've got down to their braking points. 5 seconds, so it might stay around there, maybe drop a little bit. So lap difference between the pit stops for these two. Gap at 4.6 seconds currently. Again, Mocking Weeks was slowly but surely chopping that time down into Dylan. Apache 8 seconds down. Obi-Wan another 2 seconds down in 4th. Pilgrim 5th, 6.2 seconds back. Skippy back on track, 20 seconds down in 6th. Manny another 10 seconds behind him in 7th. Jump to the GR4s. Dazzler leading that little bunch at the minute. Campo in 2nd in the GR4s. Chad 3rd. Tired Slayer and Captain Pugwash just having a bit of a barge around for that one. Captain Pugwash gets through though. Maybe a little mistake into that first chicane. Tired Slayer slowed him down enough. Jay finds himself with half a second penalty as well now. He's also been in the pits, picked up fresh tyres on his completely wrong car. Race leader Dylan then still holding 4.5 seconds over Mockin. Again, looking at that last stint, Mockin was just taking the up 10th out of him here and there. Okay, it was later on in the stages. Everyone's tyres were worn out. It is slowly coming down, 3.3 seconds. Still just held up by that GR3 coming into chicane there. So we'll see. Can Dylan hold the lead? Still 3.4 seconds back at the minute. Long way back for Apache. Still got Obi-Wan hunting him down though. That gap's come down from 2 seconds to 1.2 now. In fact, I was going to say 1.4. Oh, it bounces around a little bit. Just jumps back up to 1.8 on the exit of that turn. Maybe getting in that corner slightly bobbly on the way through there for Obi. Loses all that advantage. Got that gap down to 1.2 seconds on the run into that chicane. Lost it all on the exit though. There's Pilgrim. Another penalty for Pilgrim. I think he's looking to collect one every lap here. That's his goal. 6th. Started off really well, Skippy. Was leading this race for a while. Unfortunately, 1 or 2 little mistakes. A couple of penalties. And that's the end of that. Currently in 6th at the minute. Manny behind him in the GR1. Safely behind him at the minute. 12.8 seconds back. Another fresh set of tyres on for Dazzler then. 31 minutes into the race, got another 20 minutes left. Taking on all the fuel then for Dazzler. Captain Pugwash into 2nd. Oh, sorry, we're talking about obviously completely the wrong end of the stick. Okay, Pugwash into the pits himself then. Getting himself past the back marker with the J. I think those two are actually teammates. So Dylan finds a little bit more time then. 5.4 seconds up the road from Mockin. Not going to be able to bring that time down. Gaps starting to open up then in the GR1 field. Ooh, Pilgrim very wide through there. You don't want to lose a penalty and then pick another penalty up just for doing that. It's the very next corner after the penalty loss area. Don't be that Pilts. Yeah, big gaps in the GR1s then. Nobody under any real threat at the minute for these boys. Again with the GR4s, there's pretty big gaps all over the track here as well. Nothing really to report on. Nobody's spinning around backwards. Nobody's close enough for a manoeuvre. Should we do a lap with Dylan? Shall we? Call him out on everything he gets wrong. His braking points, his gear choice, steering input, I want it all. So we'll just do a lap with Dylan from the cockpit view. We're hitting 170 miles an hour down here at the minute, past the pit exit. Completely bypassing the first chicane, 180 miles an hour just as we come into Curva Grande. Keeping the foot fully pressed through there, 183 miles an hour as we hit the apex, just touching on 184. Hard on the brakes. Down into second gear, 60 miles an hour through that chicane. Oh, a little bit of a twitch on the way out. Hitting just about 140 before we hit Lesmo 1. On the power right behind the tyre slayer Lesmo 2 onto the Ascari. Big push down here, then little kick to the left on the run up into right home about under the bridge, under the second bridge, hard on the brakes into the Ascari chicane. Yeah, tricky one, big curves can catch you out. To this back straight then. There's the penalty loss markers there, so that's the area where you do have to lose penalties. 273 miles an hour just before we hit Parabolica. On the gas early then, just running it out onto that AstroTurf, risking it a little bit. Good time as well. Right, that's another you, Dylan. So from 5-second lead, he did have a couple of laps to go. It's down to 3.7 still. A long way down in race terms at the minute. Apache even further back, 11.5 seconds. He has still got Obi-Wan just pressuring him a little bit. Keeping himself visible in that rear view mirror is enough just to put drivers off sometimes. 11.6 seconds back in fifth. Skippy 6, another 16.5 seconds back, another 16.5 seconds back to Manny as well in the GR1s. Again, big gaps in the GR3s here as well. Campo leading the GR3, also I keep saying GR3s, I'm sure it's GR4s. They do have quite a big wing on though. There you go, Nick. There you go. Yeah, like I said it earlier, Dylan is pretty much one of the fastest in the P1 stables. In pretty much anything as well. Ice Chan then second in the GR4 class. I'm going to get told off here. I'm told it is the GR3. It's that big wing that's putting me off. It's GR3, isn't it? You should know, Nick. You're driving the damn things, or you should be. That's what then. In 10th, decent set of tyres on. GR3s, yeah, I thought so. It's that big wing that just, there's not enough aero on the front for a GR4 by the looks of it. But that big wing just tells me it's a for a GR3. But that big wing tells me it's a GR3 because the GR4s don't have that big wing on. So I've been getting it wrong all night. Never mind. Slayer then in the 11th, Ricky J in completely the wrong car, still in 12th, but he is beating this man, Captain Pugwash, who's in the right car, just being closed up by Manny there in the GR1. Dylan squeezing his way past Campo. Campo got that wrong then. So a little bit more time lost again, just as we get down to the tyre wear section. You know, when you start to see a bit of tyre wear on these GR1s, it seems to be where Mocking Week's car comes alive. I know they're the same bloody thing, but Mocking Week's look got that gap down to 2.6 seconds. Now maybe Mocking's been slowed up with a couple of back markers that we've not maybe seen. This seems to be what happened last time in the stints. Okay, it was a bit tricky at the start. First stint, you know, drivers all over the place off the line, and a few mix-ups and spin-offs, but Dylan got himself through. Started pulling a bit of a gap, then Mocking Weeks pulled his way back just before they hit the pits. And then Dylan managed to get out again, pulled himself a good 5-second lead, but again, Mocking Weeks just bringing that down, a tenth at a time here. Down to 2.3 seconds. So we've got 12 minutes left. Looking at those tyres, I think they're going to run the rest of the race. Can't see the GR1 drivers coming in for another set of tyres for 12 minutes. I could be wrong. I don't think anyone's got enough of an advantage anywhere to warrant coming in for a second set of tyres at this point. Apache then, sitting in third in the GR1s, 12.6 seconds back. Obi's still lurking as well, 1.3 seconds behind him. GR3's doing a great job of staying out of the way of the GR1s. Opens up a little bit between third and fourth, opens to 1.9 seconds. Obi just slowed down a little bit through that chicane. Pilgrim then was at 19.8 seconds back. Skippy 6.7 seconds back. Manny another 20 seconds back with a penalty as well. He's going to push it to about 22 seconds by the time he's lost that. The GR3s then, Campo still leads. Nice Chan still not far behind him now, 1.9 seconds. These two can end up having a bit of a ding-dong before the end of the race. Was that a slight mistake from Campo? I think it was. Nice Chan getting a good couple of corners through the chicane there. Brings that time down to 1.5 seconds. That's like another 5.5 seconds back in 10th. Tyre Slayer 20 seconds back in 11th. Ricky J 37 seconds back, and there is Captain Pugwash getting even bigger in the rearview mirror of Ricky J's wrong car. So keep an eye on this fight for a second. Nice Chan, just 1.3 seconds behind Campo. Good exit there by Ice Chan. Starts taking that time down a little bit. It's going down to 1.2 seconds. 9 minutes left on the race timer. Outbreaks Campo a little bit into this last turn. Can he get the power down on the exit? Keep it within that 1 second mark. Can get down to 1.1 seconds then between these two and drop it. Be a change of GR3 lead. Almost in that slipstream range. He is in slipstream range now. No chicane to contend with, straight down towards Curva Grande. Still pulling time on Campo. Now towards this first chicane, he's going to get a little bit closer, to half a second. Campo's GR3 getting ever bigger in that screen. Closes up massively on the brake in there, Ice Chan. It's a great exit right there to make the move down into this first Lesmo, and has a little look side by side on the way through there, but he has managed to keep the inside line and the power down and sneaks his way through into the lead of the GR3s then. Pilgrim's GR1 sneaking up behind. They've got to just make sure they stay out of the way of that. Now can Campo use the toe to get that position back? 0.4 of a second back at the minute as we head up this Scari straight. Again, closes up under braking. Now, will we see Campo do the same thing? Will he get a good run on Ice Chan coming out of that final corner? He's already closing up this back straight. Maybe a little dive into Parabolica. Brave if he does. No, backs off a little bit early. Again, maybe just going for the move on the exit of this turn. Both drivers coming into pits then. Interesting final strategy going on. Both drivers out of fuel. Okay. The race is on then. But it could be Ice Chan that takes that because he is holding more fuel on board than Campo. So he's only got to stick enough in to finish the race. He's already got an eighth of a tank in there. He's obviously going to fill up quicker than Campo. He's released. Campo's still stuck in the pits while he takes on board that fuel. That's a big amount of time he's losing there. Oh, Campo, it's all falling away for him. Don't go for a full tank, brother. He's not. He's gone for half a tank, but look at the gap. Tyre Slayer's got his way through. So Tyre Slayer is 9.5 seconds behind Ice Chan. Campo is another 3.5 seconds back. It's a big old gap to Ice Chan with that pit stop. Shame. I thought these two were going to have a bit of a punch up right to the end, but not to be, unfortunately. Let's go and see what's happening up front then. Dylan still leads that gap down to 1.4 seconds though. 6 minutes left on the race clock. Getting a bit of a bounce through there, Mockin. Loses a couple of tenths. Going to have a flick through. I think these two are having a bit of a punch up now as well. Obi-Wan has managed to close that gap back up on Apache. So good battle for first and second brewing, and a battle here for third and fourth as well, with well, maybe fifth. Oh no, sorry, that's Manny, who's a lap down in fact. Thought he was involved in that fight, but he's not. He's a full lap down. Is Manny. Dazzler on his own, Ice Chand now on his own, Tyre Slayer on his own, almost. He's got Campo 3.5 seconds behind him. Captain Pugwash 31 seconds back from Campo. Ricky James, the completely wrong car, is 7 seconds behind him in 13th. Back on board with race leader Dylan, and still holding that 1.5 second lead. 4.5 minutes left on the race timer. With Fucking Weeks chasing down P1 Dylan. Tyre Slayer making it go around the outside. Has that compromised his speed on the chase? Oh no, Mockin, no! Oh, what an absolute shame for him. He just got that gap down to a second between himself and Dylan, and then the rear end lights up, round he goes. The worn out tyres have just caught him out a little bit. What an absolute nightmare for Mockin. He is going to hold on to second, I think, but he was closing that gap up on Dylan. It was going to end up becoming a sort of final lap punch up between those two. What a shame. You know, as bad as it sounds, what we could really do with is Dylan to get this next corner on, him have a little bit of a spin out. No offence, Nick. I know he's your teammate, but then get Mockin Weeks to, you know, bring that time back down, and we'll go for a last 3.5 minute punch up. But no, it's not to be. Dylan is going to keep it nailed on every turn. Watch this. Mockin Weeks then, unfortunately, back up to speed now, but 12.6 seconds down. Still got a bit of breathing room behind him. Apache is 4.6 seconds behind. And he's got problems of his own again. There's Obi-Wan lurking in his rearview mirrors. Just 0.8 of a second back. Blue flag being waved then, just to let the GR3 drivers know they've got faster cars coming up behind them. Oh, Mockin. Gutted, absolutely gutted for you. It was all looking so good, just getting that gap down to a second. I thought we were really going to start pressing him in this final lap or two. But no, Dylan, not put a foot wrong. Too good, Dylan. It doesn't matter what car you put him in, he just seems to find the time over everybody else. Sure, he's got a cheat code we don't know about. He's just not able to make that time back up on Dylan now. No way on earth. 2 minutes left. There's Apache holding third. Obi still hunting him down for that position at the minute. Could still be on the cards here. Just half a second between these two. Both of them just picking up a little bit of electric power on the braking into that corner. Where are we? Minute and a half left. This could be the final lap here then. This is really the closest race on track. Apache versus Obi-Wan. We'll just have a little flick through. There's Pilgrim. Oh, he has got Skippy reasonably close, less than a second behind him now. So, still could be punch-ups happening here in the GR1 class. GR3s very, very far apart really. Tyre Slayer reasonably close to Campo. Not got much of time left. Tim Pugwash up into 12th. Jay's got it wrong somewhere, he's down in 13th. Still not putting a foot wrong then up front. Still holding that 12.5 second lead. Now about 30 seconds left on the race timer by the time he crosses the line. Should just about see another lap, but I don't think anybody else behind him is going to see a lap. What are we? 39.40. Maybe they might just see a lap. It's 51 when he hits the line. Apache and Obi-Wan bumper to bumper then as they come down here. They both see another lap. Here we go then. Obi having a look at Apache. Just carries the speed on the way through there. Come on, give me that better camera angle. There he is. Obi is through to third then. Will he hold on to it till the end of the race? Apache having a little look back at him, but Obi goes defensive into this next turn. Keeps it clean on the exit as well. We have got drivers crossing the line, so let's go back and see who we've got. Pilgrim takes the first of the GR1 spots. He takes 5th. Skippy comes home in 6th. Manny takes 7th. Dazzler is still out on track. He's in 8th. Ice Chand crosses the line. He takes 9th. Campo takes 10th. Tyre Slayer takes 11th. Jay in the wrong car. Just coming around this final corner. Captain Pugwash has got it terribly, terribly wrong with 2 blown out left-hand tyres. Here is Dylan down towards the line then to complete race 1 of the series. Taking the win. 15 seconds in the end over Mocky Weeks. Again, it was looking to be such a good punch-up between these two. Mocky Weeks just bringing that time back down. Gets that chicane wrong and spun it round, unfortunately. There he goes across the line. Second place for him then. Obi holds on to that third after getting past Apache. Apache taking that 4th. Pilgrim taking 5th. Skippy 6th. Manny 7th. Dazzler in 8th. Ice Chan 9th. We'll have to look at the score sheet in a minute. Swines. There they are then. Official results. Dylan taking the win in the GR1s. Mocky Week 2nd, Obi 3rd, Apache in 4th, Pilgrim 5th, Skippy in 6th, and Manny in 7th. So they're the GR1s. Dazzler taking the win in the GR3s, or the Pro-Ams, depending how you want to look at it. Followed by Ice Chand, Campo, Tyre Slayer, Ricky J, and Captain Pugwash. Yeah, somebody in the chat or somebody in the Facebook chat, tell me why Ricky J. Even Ricky J yourself, tell me why you're in the wrong car. Damn it! I know it's a Toyota, but it's not the right Supra, is it? Hey, it's completely the wrong car. So that's it for tonight. We've got the new DK10 Sim Racing League tomorrow. That's the Mercedes C63s. Come and check that out. And then Thursday we've got the new, also a P1 League as well. So that's the Toyota Corollas as well. Postponed from Thursday last week due to half the people having to go to hospital. They've obviously eaten and drinking too much over Christmas and had to have stomachs pumped and stuff like that. So Monday night, again, not too sure if it's 8 or half 8 yet. I'll put that on my Facebook page. But tomorrow night got the Mercedes C63s. Thursday night got the Toyota Corollas, and then same time, same place next week for round 2 of this. So that's what we've got coming up. Make sure you come and check it out. Again, if you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Other than that, people, I hope you like what you watched. If you have, Just said it. Like, comment, subscribe, share it out. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.